Hello. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. My name is Lily.
Hi. Mom, I told Lily that you love oysters, so she brought some oysters with her. You love oysters, don't you? All I did was tell Lily that you really like oysters, and she insisted on buying them at the store. I guess she really wanted you to eat them.
It's not even oyster season yet. What's the big fuss over them? Carol probably would have brought something much better. Carol would have probably brought me an entire tray of assorted seafood. What's the big deal over a couple of oysters? You didn't even bring that much oysters to begin with, and you want to act like you really accomplished something. Oysters during this time of the year. Do you want me to get food poisoning or something?
Mom, how can you even say something like that? She brought them because I'm the one who told her that you like them. It was just in passing, but after I told her, she went ahead and picked up some fresh ones at the store.
You sure you didn't buy it with your money?
Mom, I'm telling you, Lily bought them for you to enjoy. Quit being like that and come shake hands with Lily. Here, come sit down. I don't know why you're up like that.
I don't need to shake hands. I already said hi to her.
Mom, please, stop being like this.
I was so incredibly nervous that day that I don't really remember what exactly was going on in my head at the time. I think that at the time, I didn't really think much of the way she was talking in front of me. We greeted each other and sat down. After all that had happened, we sat down to eat dinner. I then found out about the woman whom Betsy mentioned previously. I learned that she was my husband's ex-girlfriend, but I didn't really think much about it then. I didn't think much about it because it's not a crime for someone to have an ex-girlfriend. It's normal, and it happens to everyone. But boy, was I seriously mistaken. That name, which I hadn't thought much about at first, would be a big hindrance to my marriage life. You must either be completely out of it or possess no self-awareness. I'm sorry, Betsy. I don't seem to understand what you're trying to tell me. Do you have any idea what kind of a household we are? Yes, I do, Betsy. I know very well about your household. Then why in the world are you not having any children? Do you plan on cutting off our family's generation? I seriously don't get what's going on in your head. We are doing our best, but things aren't really working out in our favor, and I hope you understand that. I really wish you'd be a little more understanding about this. Please don't get me wrong, because I also want to surprise you with good news too. I knew something like this would happen. This is why I should have disagreed to the marriage. Who am I kidding? I was the one with no luck with my son bringing in a daughter-in-law like that. Phone calls like that were basically a normal occurrence for me. I would receive these types of calls at least 3 times a day. I have never experienced such stress in my life. It was absolutely exhausting in every way. It was just like in the movies and TV shows. The mother-in-law and daughter-in-law with an extremely bitter and toxic relationship. No matter how we tried, we weren't able to have a child. I started to think that my husband was thinking about giving up. Since it had seemed like there is no room for us to succeed in having a baby, my husband had seemed to lose hope. It was sad to see him like that because he really wanted to have a baby even before we got married. I guess it has to do with the fact that my husband grew up as an only child, so he was quite lonely at times. That is probably the reason why he really wanted a family for himself. Never in my life would I have expected this to be such a big burden for us. I would not have expected this to be so stressful for us, especially before getting married. I also think that the death of his father really had a big impact on all of this. I tried my best to convince Lucas that having a child would make his father in heaven happy. All of this was really rough for me and hard to deal with. A little while later came Betsy's birthday. Lucas and his cousin Zoe came over to celebrate Betsy's birthday. Because it was her birthday, things were very busy around the house. Zoe and I were busy preparing all of the food. While Zoe and I were preparing the food, we got the chance to talk about many different things. Have you always been close with Lucas? Since you guys were little?
Yes, we were close since I was little. He took really good care of me ever since I was in middle school. He really treated me like his younger sister.
So you probably have met some of Lucas's ex-girlfriends, right?
I have. Yes, a couple of times. But why do you ask?
Nothing, I was just curious. Wait, what was her name? Carrie? Kendall? I forget the name of his ex.
Oh, you mean Carol?
Oh, right, Carol. Was she also one of Lucas's ex-girlfriends?
Yeah, she was. I remember Lucas's mom really had a thing for Carol. She really was her favorite out of all the girls he's dated. I remember she would always go around bragging about how Carol is her son's girlfriend. She really liked her because of how well-mannered and sensible she was.
That's interesting. But do you know why they broke up?
I honestly don't know. It's probably because Lucas did something wrong, which caused her to break up with him. That's as far as I know about why they broke up. I've asked him before, but he doesn't really tell me the reason. It's been a while ago since that happened, so don't worry about it too much, Lily.
That was the day where I got to learn a little more about Carol. I asked Zoe a couple of simple questions about her, and she told me what she knew. While I was on my way back home, I couldn't stop thinking about the name Carol. I felt the urge to ask about her to Lucas, but I didn't. I figured since it's been a while ago, it's better to just forget about the past. I ended up remaining silent about her. It was after a couple of days of Betsy's birthday where things changed. Lucas came home late after a get-together dinner party with his colleagues. He came home very drunk and collapsed straight onto the bed. I gathered some of his belongings and made sure that he didn't lose anything while on the way home. I got him cleaned up and put away his wallet and phone. While I was organizing his wallet and phone, something caught my eye. He had received a text message on his phone, and I went ahead and read it immediately. The text read, "It was nice to see you again. Did you arrive home safely? Make sure you don't drink too much." I took a look at the sender, and it read Carol. The sudden burst of infuriating adrenaline is hard to describe unless you've actually experienced it for yourself. At that very moment, I wanted to go and wake up my husband immediately. I wanted to show him the text and ask him what was going on. I wanted to ask if he really had just gotten back from a get-together with his colleagues. But it was already too late, as Lucas was drunk like a skunk, snoring on the bed. I tried to sleep that night, but my heart was pounding so fast that I could not fall asleep. I'll admit that my husband was not the sweetest husband, but that didn't mean that he was negligent in dealing with me. Most importantly, during our 2 years of being married together, he never had me worrying about any of his ex-girlfriends. He was never the type of man to have me worrying about these types of things. After a long, sleepless night, the sun came up and it was morning. I wasn't able to sleep for a single minute because I was so anxious about what happened. My husband slept in that day, and I watched as he slowly got out of bed after a long night's sleep. I felt that it was so heartless of him to be like that despite how heart-wrenching it was for me that night. Even after all that, I found myself preparing breakfast for my husband's hangover. I felt so miserable thinking about my current situation. Or I could be wrong. Maybe he just happened to run into her coincidentally. It's not like they had to have done something together. Things have been very rough for me these past couple of weeks. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. These were the type of thoughts that I would try and reassure myself with. I then had breakfast with my husband, who woke up at about 11 o'clock. Where did you and your colleagues have dinner yesterday?
We had it at a steakhouse near our company.
Were all of your work colleagues and employees there?
It was a get-together for our company. Of course there were only colleagues and employees.
Were there any others at the dinner?
At first, it was just with some of the employees. When we went for a second round at another restaurant, some other clients from another company came and joined us. But why are you asking me this all of a sudden?
Nothing. I was just curious.
Oh, you never ask me these questions at all, so I was a little surprised. Huh? What's wrong? Why are you making that face? Is something wrong? What's wrong, honey? Is it because I came in late yesterday? I won't come that late again from now on. Will you cheer up now and forgive me? Please, honey.
Actually, I was cleaning up some of your things yesterday, and I saw a text message on your phone. It said you had received a text from someone named Carol.
Oh, right. She's an old friend of mine. I ran into her while drinking with my colleagues. Apparently, she was an employee of the other company that we were drinking with. I was so surprised to see her.
I know that she's your ex-girlfriend. Why are you lying to me?
No, it's all a misunderstanding. This is why I didn't feel the need to tell you about her, because it would be hard to explain. But I promise you, we met coincidentally.
I see you didn't get rid of her number since she was able to reach out to you.
Believe me, I was just as surprised as you were when I saw the text.
Are you really sure it was just a coincidence? Are you positive that I don't have to worry about her?
Of course you don't. There's really nothing for you to be worried about. I wouldn't have to be worried if you just happened to run into your ex-boyfriend on the street, do I? It was just a mere coincidence. That's all.
I guess you're right.
She just happened to be one of the employees of the company that we were drinking with. You really don't have to worry about a thing. We've been really stressed out about the baby lately. I didn't want you to get worried even more than you already are by telling you about her. I don't want to stress you out like this, Lily.
All right then. I'll believe you this time.
Yes, honey, I'm telling you that there's absolutely nothing you should be worried about. Wow, this food is amazing. I'm going to need to have seconds.
After the conversation I had with my husband, I thought to myself that I was indeed overreacting. I felt a little relieved after our conversation. I've decided to put my trust in him, because he has been a very trustworthy person to me for the past 2 years. I honestly felt bad after trying to put him on the spot like that. Thanks to Lucas, Betsy started to call me less. Normally, she would call me at least 3 times every day, but that number significantly decreased. Instead, she started to call me about once a week. The decreased number of calls from Betty really helped decrease my stress and made me feel more lighthearted. After a month had passed, I realized that my period had not been starting, so I thought to myself that maybe this could be it. I went ahead and bought a pregnancy test kit. Honey, look! There's 2 lines! 2 lines on the kit!
2 lines? Does that mean that you are…
I'm pregnant! You're going to be a father now!
Are you serious? Let me see it. Are there really 2 lines?
Look, there's 2 lines, right? Do you see the 2 lines here?
Holy cow. I can't believe it. I'm finally going to become a dad. I'm so proud of you, Lily. I can't wait to go show Mom. If we show up to her house and surprise her with this, she'll probably faint from being so happy.
Do you think maybe your mother will start treating me a little better now?
Are you kidding? She may not be the most polite person on the planet, but of course she'll treat you better now. She didn't hate you to begin with. She just has a grumpy attitude in her.
Do you think so? She was probably just worried about me not being able to have a baby, right?
I'm telling you that was probably the reason why she was treating you that way. But don't worry about it anymore. You don't have to be stressed anymore.
But do you think maybe we should tell her a little later? Don't you think it will be safer to tell her after we get everything confirmed by the obstetrician?
Don't you just want to tell her fast so that she can start treating you better?
I mean, that does sound good too.
Don't you worry about a thing. Mom is going to absolutely love this news. I can't believe I'm going to become a dad.
Finally, the child that we have all been waiting for is finally going to be born. I was very happy that our child was finally conceived. But there was something else that I was also happy about. I thought to myself that since I finally have a child, Betsy would treat me better. If I am being quite honest, that was something that came to my mind first. At first, I thought about how Betsy would treat me more than I did about my baby. I felt sorry for the child because I was more excited about something else. When I had taken a look at my husband, Lucas, he seemed just as excited as I was. Looking at him like that made me feel really good about everything. It was really a happy moment for the two of us, and my hopes for a brighter future really started to grow. With all of these thoughts in mind, I hurriedly got my things ready and left the house. We went on to Lucas's mother because we were very eager to share the good news with her.
Mom, you'll probably want to give Lily a nice big hug after this news.
What are you talking about? Here, quit talking nonsense and eat some of this.
No, Mom, I'm telling you that there's something much more important that you need to hear.
What is up with you all of a sudden?
Congrats, Mom. You're going to be a grandmother.
I'm going to be a grandmother? Are you pregnant, Lily? Yes, I finally got pregnant. I bought a pregnancy test kit today, and I got 2 lines on it. Good work, Lily. Your father would be very proud, Lucas. You did a very good job. I'm very proud of you. Here, come and have some of this. I hear this food is great for pregnant mothers. Wait a minute, there's no time for any of this right now. I should go ahead and cook some chicken broth. You did good, Lily. I'm very proud of you.
Wow, Mom, you seem really excited.
You bet you're a sweet horse as I am. The most important thing now is that you remain calm, and don't you worry about a thing, okay? Yes, thank you. Don't worry, I'll do my absolute best. After Betsy heard of my pregnancy, she started to treat me a lot more differently. She treated me like her own daughter. We frequently visited the obstetrician together, and we were both very happy. For the first time ever, she held my hand. She has never held my hand before. It was like a dream come true for me. Every day I was very happy, but one day I noticed something strange. I noticed that the baby wasn't moving. I wasn't able to detect any noticeable movement from the baby in my womb, so I went to the obstetrician for an examination. That was when I received the devastating news. The obstetrician told us that the baby's heart had stopped, and it has become stillborn. My mind went completely blank after hearing those words, and it felt like the world had just stopped. But I do vaguely remember Betsy screaming at the obstetrician. Do you have any idea what you've just done? I'm so sorry. What have I done to deserve this? Why did a girl like you have to be my daughter-in-law? Why are you doing this to me? I can't believe you. Answer me. How I miss my husband. I wish he could just come back to me. You think that I would treat you any better now that you've lost my grandchild? Don't even think for a second that I'll treat you any better. I didn't like you the first moment I laid my eyes on you. I was going to be a little different for the sake of my grandchild, but I guess not. You are seriously out of control. I'm so sorry, but please, it's just as hard for me as it is for you. You wouldn't have lost the baby if you had taken better care of yourself. This is all because you couldn't take care of your body.
I'll be outside for a moment. I don't think I can handle listening to this.
I honestly don't know how I was able to make it through during that time. I felt that I could not continue on living, and I felt like a literal zombie who couldn't die if they wanted to. I really didn't know what to do. I just felt completely lost. I cried myself to sleep every single night, and my health started to deteriorate. The situation just seemed to get worse and worse with no sign of getting any better. Betsy was acting like she didn't even know me. I was a complete stranger to her. My husband started to change as well. He wasn't the same Lucas that I had grown to know. All that was going on in my head was, how could this be? Why is this happening to me? I just felt so bad for my baby that I had lost. All I wanted to do during that time was to just end my life. It was truly a period of excruciating pain for me. The marriage life between me and my husband started to change as he was treating me differently. He grew extremely cold, and I thought to myself, is this really my husband? Can we talk a moment?
I don't really have anything to talk about with you.
I want to tell you that I'm sorry about everything. But you know deep down that there's nothing I can do about this. This is extremely tough for me as well, and you know it. I get that your mother is especially upset about all of this. If my husband turns his back on me as well, then who can I lean on? I have nobody to lean on, and turning your back on me isn't going to help.
I really don't know what to say to you. I feel like all of my hopes and dreams have just been shattered into pieces. Speaking of which, I actually do have something to tell you. I didn't expect much from you in our relationship together. I never asked for much in the first place. All I've wanted was just to have a baby and be like other married couples. That's the only thing that I've ever wanted from you in our marriage life together. Was it really that hard for you to do that for me? I grew up very lonely as an only child. You know very well how lonely it was for me growing up because I didn't have anyone around me. I was hoping you'd be extra careful now that you were finally pregnant.
What do you mean, extra careful? What did you want me to do? How do you think I felt during this entire incident? First, your mother starts treating me worse than a garbage in the street. Then my own husband starts to act like I'm a total stranger. Do you know how tough it is for me? I'm the one who really wants to die right now.
Let's just stop talking about this. I know it's tough for you too, but it's tough for everyone right now. Right now, we're only going to get more emotional, and the conversation is not going to go anywhere good. I think it's better for us to not say anything. Let's talk about it again when things have gotten a little better for us.
Is it even going to get better in the first place?
I don't know, honestly. I just hope that you'd leave me alone for the time being. I get that it's tough for you, but you have to understand how hard it is for me, too.
After those series of events, only my husband went to go visit his mother. As for Betsy, it felt like she was just completely ignoring me at this point. I was nobody to her. Because it continued on for such a long time, I got accustomed to the fact that she was ignoring me. 3 months had passed since I lost the baby, and my body started to slowly recover from the process. But my husband and I were still not talking like we used to. We only spoke when we had something really important to say. The regular conversations that we used to have on a daily basis were basically non-existent. My husband started to come home late at night, and it was becoming progressively frequent. He started to go outside the house and call someone on his phone. I didn't know who he was calling. Looking at him go outside and call almost every day made me feel quite suspicious. But there was nothing I could do about the situation. After a while, Betsy's birthday had come again. My husband left the house, telling me that he would just go visit his mother by himself. I was left home alone, but I couldn't let it slide this time. I quickly prepared some food for Betsy and took all of it with me to her house. When I had arrived at her house, I could not believe what I was witnessing.
Why are you here? Who told you that you could be here?
Lucas? What's the meaning of all this? Who is she?
That's none of your business anyway. Quit ruining my day on such a special occasion. You've ruined my life enough, so get out of here. I don't want to see you.
Hi, we've never met before, have we? I'm Carol. Nice to meet you.
May I ask what you're doing here?
Oh, I'm just here to wish Lucas's mother a happy birthday.
You know damn well that's not the answer I want from you. I want to know where you get the audacity to show up to your ex-boyfriend's mother's house. Even if it is her birthday, do you think it makes it okay for you to show up like this?
Did I make you uncomfortable? I just thought I'd come here and pay Lucas's mother a visit. because I've been hearing about how much of a hard time she's been having. All I wanted was to just come here and wish her a happy birthday. That's all.
Do you really think that what you said makes any sense? Lucas, why haven't you told me about any of this? What is going on here?
I'm the one who called her over.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, I'm the one who invited her over here.
You invited her over here. Why would you do that?
I was actually going to tell you about this when I got the chance. I want to put an end to our relationship. I want to get divorced.
What are you talking about? A divorce?
You really don't get it, do you? I can't continue to live like this. I'm just not happy being with you. So I think it will just be better to let you go. I have one more thing to tell you.
Lucas, let me explain this to her. Lily, I'm pregnant with Lucas's child.
What did you just say?
I have just told you, Betsy. Lucas and I are expecting a baby together. It's now been 4 weeks since my pregnancy. We also have been to the obstetrician together, so we have everything ready.
Lucas, what is all this that I'm hearing? Is this all true? What the hell is this girl talking about, huh? Say something to me, Lucas!
I don't want to say anything. I don't have anything else to talk about with you. I just want a divorce. Think about it. Have we ever been, or will we ever be the same after what happened? Has our relationship been any good for a moment after you had lost our child? I've been thinking about it a lot for the past couple of weeks. But I really don't think that this can work out for the both of us. I've come to the decision to divorce you because our marriage really cannot go on like this after what's happened.
So after all that thinking, you've come to the conclusion to sleep with your ex-girlfriend and get her pregnant?
Stop talking like that about Carol. She was there for me when I needed her. She was there to help me and encourage me during such a dark time in my life. Stop talking that way about her.
You really are insane, Lucas. I cannot believe the way you are acting right now. We are still legally married to one another. What you have done is, you have just cheated on me. That's all that you've done. Stop yelling like that in front of an expecting mother. Carol, are you okay, dear? You must have been very startled.
I'm fine, Betsy. It's okay.
I know very well that you're not fine right now. You want me to treat her like how I've treated you, huh? Would that make you feel a lot better about yourself? Is that what you want to see? If you wanted the slightest respect from me, you should have learned to earn it. I don't have anything else that I want to discuss with you, so get out of my house this instant!
You've heard all of our opinions, so I'm asking you to make your decision.
We? You three have literally lost your minds!
Lily, please. All I am asking of you is for you to just agree to the divorce.
How could something like this even happen to me? Is there even anyone out there who can relate to my situation? I certainly doubt it. In my dreadful attempts to recover my marriage situation, everything had just gone downhill, and my life had become a living hell. I was sure at that very moment that there was probably not a single person in this world who was going through my situation. For a couple of days, I was really out of it. I could not think properly or spend my days like a normal human being. My husband did not return home since that day. It was despairing to imagine my husband spending his time with that girl, while I was over here depressed to my core. I really had no hope to continue living. For months, I remained alone at my house, while my husband stayed with his ex-girlfriend. I endured for months, denying the divorce that Lucas wanted from me. I know that it was wrong of me to think this way, but I couldn't help it. I really wished that the girl would end up having a stillborn child like I did. But none of that ever happened, and despite my family's advice, I never agreed to the divorce. I made sure that I would never agree to the divorce, and I endured every single day doing so. The day came when I finally decided to file a lawsuit on the ex-girlfriend. What do you want?
Are you seriously going to keep this up?
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Don't you have at least a little bit of common sense? If somebody asks you to do something, why don't you just agree to do it? There's nobody in our family that wants to take you back. I don't get why you're acting like this. In all genuineness, let me go ahead and ask you, why are you not agreeing to the divorce?
Then I have the right to ask you. Why are you treating me this way?
What are you talking about? How have I been treating you?
You never liked me to begin with. You have always hated me.
I told you thousands of times, if you want my respect, you need to earn it for yourself. Look at the way you've been to me so far. Look at the way you're treating me right now.
Whatever. I don't have any plans on agreeing to the divorce whatsoever. Goodbye. I'll hang up now.
Let me try and speak with her. Can I have the phone, please?
Don't you worry about a thing, dear. I got this. You go and rest. When are you going to agree to the divorce? Answer me! What would it take for you to agree to the damn divorce?
Betsy, let me try and talk to her.
Do you have any idea what you are doing to us right now? Are you aware of the damages that you are causing to us? Answer me when I'm speaking to you!
Betsy, please. Let me just speak with her for a minute.
Wow, how animal.
Sure, dear. Here you go.
Hello? Are you still very upset about the situation?
I won't make much comment on that.
Lucas literally told you that he no longer wants to be with you anymore. I don't get why you are acting like this. You should really let him go for good. And for all of us.
For whose sake? I don't have any plans on making you guys happy about anything.
If you don't agree to the divorce, do you know the complications that can arise for our baby? You know very well how complicated it's going to be for all of us.
You're worried about that now? Shouldn't you have been worried about those things before you decided to cheat with a woman's husband?
The baby is expected in only a couple of days. What do you want for me to do? Why won't you agree to the divorce?
And can you tell me why I should care at all in the first place?
Do you seriously not understand what's going on here?
No, I know very well what's going on right now.
I'm begging you, please. All you have to do is agree to the divorce.
Do you know why I'm not agreeing to the divorce?
Why are you doing this? Are you doing this to get revenge? Is that it? Is revenge what you are doing this for?
No. This is all because of Betsy.
What? What did she do?
Yes, this is all because of her. After I had lost my child, she didn't even have the capacity to encourage me at all. If she would have just provided a couple of words of encouragement, things would have been a lot better for me. I never would have acted this way if it wasn't for her. I'm being serious.
So you're saying that the reason you're not agreeing to the divorce is because of your mother-in-law?
What the hell is that crazy girl blabbering on about? Give me the phone!
For God's sake, just let me talk to her!
Don't blame me. I'm not the one to blame here. Blame the woman who is about to become your mother-in-law. I will say this again, so listen closely. I have a specific reason to not agree to the divorce. It's all because of Betsy. I don't think I really need to say anything else about that. Good luck being married under a mother-in-law like her. I can promise you that it's going to be a living hell. Goodbye. I will be hanging up now.
Hey, wait, you! Wait!
After that incident, I never answered any of Betsy's calls. I also received countless calls from a number that was not registered in my contacts, so I'm assuming that it was Carol. 2 months had passed since my last phone call with them, and that was when I finally got a text message from Lucas. He told me that the baby had been born, and that it was a daughter. He wanted to talk with me, so he had asked if I could meet up to talk with him. Despite all of the countless phone calls and text messages that I had received, I decided to never meet or talk with any of them. I was afraid that if I met with Lucas to talk with him, the soft-hearted part of me would end up agreeing to the divorce. Because Lucas had been texting me every day, I was able to learn about his family's whereabouts, even though I really couldn't care less. But I was able to learn that his family had really fallen apart, for the worst. I heard from Lucas that his ex-girlfriend and his mom are not getting along at all currently, and their relationship is at its absolute lowest. He told me that they constantly fight and argue. Apparently, the ex doesn't even have the respect to call her a mother-in-law anymore. She just refers to her as woman. Lucas was blaming me for all of this, and said that I'm the one who should be taking accountability for what has happened to his family members. Lucas's mom, who really wanted a son to continue on her family's legacy, started blaming the ex about having a daughter. She started to treat her like the way she treated me. The words of abuse that she has been using towards me has backfired directly upon her. Lucas has been texting me every day telling me about these things. He told me that he was sorry about the way he treated me. He regrets everything that he's done to me, and that he really misses being together. Lucas and I bought our current house with a joint contract at the time of our purchase. We received a call from somebody who wanted to buy our house. Lucas had to come over for paperwork because the house still belonged to the both of us. It had been almost a year since I had seen Lucas, and seeing him look so soulless was honestly surprising. I could tell that things have been extremely rough for him ever since everything unfolded. It was even more surprising to me because I had been in his shoes before, and I know exactly how it feels.
How have you been? Have you been well?
I've been well, but you don't seem to be so well.
I'm so sorry about everything. Can you please forgive me for everything that I've done to you? I'm really sorry for the way I have treated you, especially after what happened with the baby. I was honestly out of my mind at the time. I don't know what was going on in my head. I just want to apologize to you. I'm sorry. Will you accept my apology? I no longer feel like I am alive anymore. I just feel dead inside.
Why do you feel that way? I thought that now that you're with your ex-girlfriend, you are so much happier than when you were with me.
No, Lily. I'm so sorry for talking to you that way. I'm telling you, I was really out of it. I was just out of my mind. She's not who I truly love. You are who I truly love, Lily.
Quit lying through your teeth. I know you don't mean any of this. I don't plan on getting back together with you, so you can take back your apology.
Please, Lily. I'm begging on my knees for you to just forgive me. It's okay if you won't accept my apology, but could you at least agree to the divorce? I'm begging you, please. I will do whatever it takes for you to accept my apology.
Someone's calling you. I think you should go ahead and answer it.
It's okay. I don't have to. That's not what is important right now. There are other things that are more important, so please, I'm begging you, Lily.
Just answer your damn phone call.
Why, Lily? Huh? Don't do this to me.
Where the hell are you, Lucas?
Why? What is it?
I can't keep up with your mother anymore. I've had it with her. So let's do it this way. Either we leave and go someplace else, or your mom leaves.
Hello?
Are you there, Lucas? Are you listening to me? Hello?
Why the hell are you calling Lucas at this hour? He is busy working. Why are you bothering someone who is at their job? You don't even help to do anything around the house, but why are you bothering Lucas?
Excuse you, woman. Do you have any idea why we are in this mess in the first place?
What? Who are you calling woman? Are you out of your mind?
No, I am not out of my mind, thank you. So you listen closely to what I tell you. What are you going to do about our baby girl now? What the hell are you going to do? Your stupid son was the one to go ahead and start wagging his tail in front of me. Because of him, I was the one who got pregnant. But now you're going to start treating me like this? You better start taking responsibility for the way you are treating me right now.
I cannot believe what I am hearing. I cannot believe that I was dumb enough to allow such a psychopath into my home. Lucas, do you hear me? Go call Lily and ask her to come back. Go tell her that you are sorry and make sure you are sincere about it.
What? Lucas, are you there? Are you with that Lily girl right now?
Yeah, I am.
Are you crazy? What the hell are you doing over there? Why are you with her right now? Answer me! Why are you with her?
I'll tell you when I get back home.
What in the hell are you guys doing together? Where are you guys? Put her on the phone for me right now, Lucas.
Hello?
Excuse me? What in the world are you doing right now with someone else's husband?
Do you really want to know?
This girl must be out of her damn mind or something. Hey, you! I just asked you, what the hell are you doing over there with my husband?
I also have something to ask of you.
What? What do you have to ask me, you filthy moron?
Are you truly happy now?
What?
You heard me. I asked if you are truly happy now.
Yes, I'm so damn happy. I'm dying of happiness right now. I'm literally about to go insane because of how happy I am.
That's wonderful. I wish I was happy enough to go insane like you.
What in the world is this girl saying? She must be crazy or something. Do you take pride in other people's misery or something? It's all because of you that my life turned out like this. You take back what you've done to me. I don't want to be a part of this stupid family anymore.
Lily, it's me, dear. I want to apologize for everything. I am sorry about the way that I treated you before. I really should not have done that. I am so sorry about everything. I really cannot believe the way Carol is treating me right now. Every day is torture for me because of the way she's treating me. Please come back to us, Lily. I'm so sorry about everything.
You old hag! None of this is my fault. If anything, it's your fault. If your son hadn't come seducing me like the pervert he is, none of this would have happened.
Look at the way she's speaking to me right now. Why not just take a knife and stab me with your dirty little hands while you're at it?
My hands are just fine, and yours are much filthier anyways. I won't even stab you. How about I just grind you up? You're not even worth the hassle, woman.
This is literally every day between my mom and Carol. I really think I'm going to lose my mind hearing them argue like this all day. Why do you say that? I actually quite enjoy what I'm hearing right now. Hearing the cries and wailing of your mom and your ex-girlfriend is like candy to my ears. I actually feel like recording all of this for myself so that I can listen to it whenever I am feeling down. It's like my very own dopamine rush. Don't worry about it, Lucas. I will be suing you guys pretty soon. So in the meantime, you should just worry about preparing the money that you will be paying me in court. I will be able to earn thousands of dollars all thanks to you. Not only that, I get to watch your family fight and argue. It's like killing two birds with one stone. That is all for today's story. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more content. And why not leave us a comment in the comment section down below? We look forward to reading your thoughts. See you next time!